Today we will create again a nested loop example where our problem statement is that first line 1, then second line 2, 3, then third line 4, 5, 6, then fourth line 7, 8, 9, 10. So in this example again we will try to use the same concept that we learned from previous two examples. So it is highly recommended that first you complete the previous two examples then go with it. So before going to the flowchart, first check the Excel where we basically explained the previous two examples. Now if you check this, so in our last two class we already explained that to print this type of structure we generally print the inner iteration, that is basically j, and to print this type of structure we generally use outer iteration, that is basically I value. Now in our today's example we have to use different concept because we don't need this type of things 1 then 1 2, even we don't need like 1 then 2 2 then 3 3 3. Now in today's example we have to print like this. So first one, then 2 3, then 4 5 6. So definitely we cannot use I or j for the print statement, right? So how we can achieve this one? So let's check that. So here if we can't able to use I or j, we can use another variable, let's say k, and we can make the k value as 1, and each inner iterations we can update this k with k plus 1. If we only update our previous coding example with this, then it will automatically print the same thing that we expecting. So these are our expectations. Let's check this is coming here or not. So let's say this is our first iteration on the outer loop, and in first iterations we know the inner loop will iterate 1, and let's say it will print k value. So now k very initial phase we set as 1, so it will automatically print k. Now it's come for the second iteration, and in second iterations we know the inner loop will execute 2 time or iterate 2 time, and each time you can see here we are trying to update k value. So once k is 1, then it will update with k is equal to k plus 1, that's mean 2. So then next two iterations it will update or print as 2, then again it will update 2 to 3, then it will print 3. And in third iterations inner loop we know that inner loop will execute 3 time, and we update k value 3 to 4. So first time it will give 4, then 5, then 6. And if we go for the fourth iterations, again 6 will be updated by 7, so it will print 7, then again it will update, so it will print 8, then inner loop third iterations it will print 9, and inner loop fourth iterations it will print 10. Now if you check this, so you can see here 1, then 2 3, then 4 5 6, then 7 8 9 10. Now if you check our problem statement, it is same like this: 1, then 2 3, then 4 5 6, then 7 8 9 10. Now if we check this flowchart, then here you can get the same thing that I explained in Excel. First we have to create a variable k with initial value 1, then our outer loop is same like before, our inner loop is also same like before, only logic we have to do here: instead of printing I or j we will print k, and each time in our inner loop iterations we will update k value with 1, so that means k is equal to k plus 1. So if we do these three things in our existing code base, then it will automatically give us the exact result. So let's do that in Eclipse. So I have opened my Eclipse and I have created a nested loop example-3 under the same package com.demo.nested loop. Let's double click here. Now you can see here this is the same example that we created in our last two classes. Okay, so I highly again recommended first complete the first two example or previous two example or previous two class, then go for this. Now what we have to do as for our flowchart, first we have to create a k variable. So let's create a integer variable k and initialize it with value 1. Now in the loop, that is basically our nested loop or inner loop, instead of I or j we will try to print k. So let's make a k value here, and what extra thing we have to do, every time we have to update k with k plus 1. Now if you save this using Ctrl S, so now our code base is ready. So you can only understand this code base very properly if you already completed first two nested loop examples. So do it first. Now let's run it. So once I run it using this button click, then system will ask me how many line I want to print. Let's say 4, and if I enter here, so you can get the same thing that our problem statement, first one, then 2 3, then 4 5 6, then 7 8 9 10. So if again I check our problem statement, so this is the same that we expected, right? Now let's do another run. So if I run here again, and if I try to give a value, let's say I need 10 lines, and if I enter here, so you can get exactly same value that is expected. So this way you can easily create this type of example using nested loop concept.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.